Hey guys, video service information here. Today we're working on a 2018 Ford F-150. The customer was complaining about a howling noise when the vehicle was moving at lower speeds. Seems to be coming from the rear of the vehicle. Went for a road test and we did confirm a howling noise at low speed. Sounded like it was coming from the rear axle. So we got the vehicle up in the lift and ran it up in the lift and pinpointed the noise with a stethoscope. Definitely sounded like a bearing noise. So we pulled the cover off the rear axle and we got looking around and stuff, and we found to be some wear, sharp edges on the ring gear. You can see in this video, this photo here. I'll go ahead and try to circle this so you guys can see it. You can see how it's got sharp edges here. It's kind of smearing too of metal. Definitely riding high. Definitely see some metallic debris in the residual oil here. Get this zoomed in. You see some particles of metal here on the bottom of the axle housing. Went ahead and got one of the caps off the carrier bearings. I don't know if you can see in the picture here, but we have some damage to the rollers on the carrier bearings. There is some pitting and scoring. Kind of hard to see here because it's still sandwiched up against a race, but that's what we found. You can kind of see some smearing here on the caps where the race is starting to move. Also, we noted a pinion seal had been leaking. You can see the buildup of oil here. This oil-soaked road grime on the pinion. It did seem slightly low with gear oil. And the residual fluid is kind of dark. Doesn't take much to get bearing wear. Of course, this thing is this particular truck has got a lot of mileage on it. It's a 2018, but they definitely use it. It's got 93,000 miles on it. So you can, roughly almost 50,000 miles a year. So this thing does not stop. In a case like this, you're going to put excessive mileage on this thing. The rear axle fluid should have been changed. I like to change them every 30 to 40,000 miles, but if this guy's going to put a lot of miles, I mean, once a year would have definitely helped this thing. And probably catching that pinion seal leak a little earlier would have definitely helped. So this one here, we're going to have to recommend. You can see some wear on the pinion gear here too. So this should have a new ring and pinion, carrier bearings, new inner and outer pinion bearings, pretty much a whole bearing package for this rear axle, because once you get that metal circulation through the bearings, it's, especially with 100,000 miles on it, you definitely want to get all new bearings and a ring and pinion. So guys, it basically just goes back to basics here. You just want to keep your fluids changed on a regular basis. If you're going to put a lot of miles, try to get those fluids, transmission, rear axles, front differential, transfer case changed at least once a year, if not 30 to 40,000 miles. Moisture does build up inside these cases, so that moisture water content will break the fluid down over time and then cause that premature bearing wear and failure. If you guys want to see the stethoscope I use, I'll put a link in the description below. And also the Borescope stethoscope will really help you to pinpoint these drive line noises. Appreciate you guys watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified every time I put new videos up. Have a nice day.